You're playing a Sega game called Taz-Mania. It came out in 1992 for the Sega. It's a 2D side-scrolling game, an adventure game developed by the Recreational Brainware developers. In this game, players can play as Taz from the Looney Tunes, and it's a side-scrolling action-adventure, basically trying to find a giant egg. You can jump, spin, blow fire, do other stuff. Not really sure how we're going to get into that. But yeah, so here we go. Once long ago, Taz-Mania was ruled by giant prehistoric seabirds. They were so big that one of their giant eggs could feed a family of our ancestor for a year. Okay, so obviously they want to find these eggs so they can feed the family. Beautiful looking family. Look at this. This is crazy. This is what games are like. There are even legends that is a lost valley where the giant birds still live, eggs and all. But that's only a legend. Man, I could tell this kind of game. This is the kind of game that goes on forever. Just when you think you find the eggs, you didn't. Alright, so there's the map, obviously. Kind of a Mario style feel to it. Obviously, you got your left and right, up, down, jump, spin, jump, spin. Not really sure what the other buttons do. That one looks like when you eat stuff. Okay, so you walk up to stuff like this. Food, you feed them and you get health. You get 3 lives, but you can always continue the game if you don't. Oh, this is where it's hard. Okay, so oh, come on, man. So here's the sand pit. You get stuck in this, and there's really not much you can do. You just gotta get hit. It's cool because there's health right here. Just walk into it and you pick it up. It's pretty simple, but levels like, oh, there you go. There's the fire. Levels like this, though, really get hard for me. I just really struggle with games like this. You know, I'm not typically, first of all, I don't typically play on the computer, so it's hard for me to, you know, remember the keys, which one to pick, because I'm normally just pushing buttons with one finger and not using all 3 fingers at the same time. So that is kind of harder for me too. But yeah, I mean, this is what games were like. I guess this is what we were playing back in the Nintendo days, and I remember I used to play Sonic all the time with my friends on the Genesis, but that was only because I didn't have a Genesis. I would just go down the street, and my friends had Genesis, my friends had PlayStations, and I would play games. Obviously, I can't pick the games that I wanted to play. Well, I mean, I could have picked the games I wanted to play, but for this assignment, we needed to pick the game with your first name and a letter of your last name. So this was one of the few games that I found. Oh, let's save this. Come on, let me get. Oh no! Man, I've been getting to that point like 5 times. Man, I don't know if I can play that much longer. But the hardest part for me is just getting through all that stuff. You know what I mean? It's really not a hard challenge if you think about it. This is the first level of the game and I can't even really pass it. But, you know, games like this in the 16-bit era were pretty common, side-scroll games. You typically in handhelds and in the Sega, even Sonic, perfect examples like that. They are all side-scroll games. Mario, for instance, like even back before, you're going to be playing side-scroll games all through the 90s. They were typical, they were a big hit. Kids loved them. They were easy to play, easy to maneuver, kind of tough at the same time. You had to really memorize the level, really get used to the mechanics. Like, I can't really even get over this guy, man. But yeah, it was a different time. Now, you know, you barely ever see side-scroll games, and if you do, more or less, games like cartoony, something you can play real easy, younger. The ratings are low, rated E's for everyone. Speaking of the ESRB ratings from the last topic of discussion, games like this would not have had a rating, only typically because the only thing you knew was it was a cartoon on TV. Yeah, there's some type of violence, but you know, nowadays you take everything into account because everything has to be rated in some type of way. It can't just be free playing for everybody. But yeah, I'm starting to ramble on a little bit for the video, so this is man, I really struggled with this game, but I hope you guys enjoyed it. I really wish I could have more time to be able to get past these levels, but thank you guys, and this is Thomas Naiman. Thanks again.